Imagine what your life would be like if you could retire right now. Why wait if there is a place you could go that you could retire today, not someday? What would that mean to you?
Why Oklahoma should be on your short list for retirement. Coming right up. That's right. I said it. Oklahoma, of all places, should be on your short list for retirement. The list is actually pretty long, I feel. It's a great state. Hey everybody, Stacey Hesser here, your favorite realtor in all of Southern Oklahoma, and I am talking to you today about why I feel Oklahoma would be a great state for you to move to retire. If you are someone that lives on either coast that has had your home values pushed up incredibly, or if you're in a metro area that's experienced the exact same thing, you may be able to sell your home, take all of that equity from selling your home and use it to purchase your home here in the state of Oklahoma for cash. So you wouldn't have a home payment. What would that mean to you? Would that mean that you could actually retire early if you had no house payment? Other advantages of being in the state of Oklahoma is that our home values are lower than most of the country. Right now, our average sales price is about $219,000. So if you're in one of those areas where the home values have been pushed well over $400,000, but you bought it for $200,000, you could easily have enough equity to pay cash for your home here. And because you're buying a house here for only $219,000, for instance, your property taxes would only be 1.1% of your closed price. So that would roughly be what, $2,400, roughly speaking? I don't know. I'm a realtor, not necessarily a mathematician. But our property taxes here, especially because the home values are so much lower than the rest of the country, really are coming through as a lot lower than the rest of the areas, mainly because your real estate value is just less. Other counties will definitely have lower property taxes, just really depends on where it is that you're looking and what your price point is. Oklahoma does still have income tax and a sales tax. However, looking at all of our taxes as a whole, Oklahoma is still ranked 41st in the scheme of taxation in the country, 41st as one of the least taxed states in the union. So just bear that in mind, that even though we do have a sales tax here, even though we do have an income tax here, your overall taxation in the state of Oklahoma ranked number 41. So not bad in my world. Okay, for those of you that may be into it, I don't know. We do have medical marijuana here. So if that's your thing, then maybe this might be a good state for you if you have a medical card to be able to purchase medical marijuana. Our location, where we're at specifically, which is Ardmore, so I am talking Ardmore, but even Oklahoma, we are in an ideal location for travel. We are centrally located in the United States of America. We have two interstates. We have I-40 that cuts through Oklahoma City, and we also have I-35 that runs basically up the middle of the state that also runs through Oklahoma City. Very easy for you travelers out there that may want to do some RVing or just do some road trips around the nation. It's super easy to get to places. It usually takes us about a day to get to Arizona, and it's about a 12-hour drive to get to basically the border of Florida. Driving up to Washington, it took us 2 days. If you don't want to drive, if you do want to fly, you do have access to Oklahoma City Airport, the Will Rogers Airport. It's actually a very easy airport to navigate. I really appreciate the size of it. It reminds me a lot of Anchorage's airport. If rail is your thing, we do have Amtrak here too. Obviously, we're a landlocked state though. You cruise ship people, you're just gonna have to drive down to Galveston or something. Which is only 6 hours away. So again, was it 6 or 5? I just looked at this too, dang it. We're in the middle of September and it is a gorgeous evening here, if I do say so myself. The weather here in the state of Oklahoma is, to me, pretty ideal for those of you that don't necessarily want to deal with summer all year round. I do appreciate some fall and winter. I keep complaining that I'm a summer baby and I'm really sad that summer is going away. But the reality of it is I do like to have some colder weather to give me some reprieve from all of the heat. So I really do appreciate the weather of our state. Now, talking about severe weather, we do, of course, have tornadoes that come through here, but where I'm at specifically in Ardmore, we're in a very sweet spot for climate. Mostly what we get when those fronts come through is just very, very heavy rain, but don't underestimate the rain. I can't emphasize that enough. So we may not get the hail so much as Dallas or Oklahoma City do. They also will get freezing rain, and we don't necessarily get a lot of that here. And that would be specific to Ardmore. So I am in the southern portion of the state. Just talking a little more about the tornadoes though, they do kind of sort of seem to follow a path, or there might be areas that seem to get hit more often than others. So just kind of check out the area a little more in depth on that if you have more questions on that. Land prices here, if you are somebody that may be looking to build, you can buy acreage here for under $10,000 an acre. You can even in some places find it for under $5,000 an acre, but that really is getting harder and harder to find these days. Because the medical marijuana came in, a lot of our land prices really got escalated. And then there's also a lot of people that have really been starting to pay more attention to Oklahoma and are pushing those prices up. So like I said, people are able to sell someplace else and use that cash to purchase something bigger or something better or something more suited to their lifestyle. And a lot of people are really taking advantage of that. Here in Ardmore, we do have Mercy Hospital. It's a very large campus here, and it really makes it, if you're in the southern Oklahoma area, it really does make it easier for you retirees that don't want to drive to a big metro. We do have a cancer center here. We have a dialysis center here. There's a hearts clinic here also. So a lot of specialty type clinics exist here in Ardmore specific, which is right on that I-35 corridor. Interestingly enough, I asked my mom, who is 80 years old, why she really likes living here. She's a transplant also. Her and I moved from Florida at the same time, but I really wanted to know her point of view on this. And she's 80. What is it that she really likes about this area? 'Cause she's very happy here. And she said she feels safe. So we are in Ardmore. It's a community just hovering right at 30,000 people. So not too big. The driving's not crazy there. And she always feels comfortable going to the store by herself. And there's not a lot of crazies on the road. So as she put it, that's her words, not my words. So she really feels comfortable being here and safe being here. I do want to give this a nice little asterisk, nice little plug, but if she does encounter some kind of a problem, people are very accommodating to her and are very willing to help her. My mom deserves that kind of respect. She deserves that kind of love. So that always makes me feel better. If you are an adult wanting to age in place, Ardmore too is also a very good place to be. Some kind of basic assisted living, like maybe they just need wellness checks from time to time, all the way up to true in-room care. So you can truly enter into that system and basically age in place. It's just very comforting to me to know that if we need that added care, that added assistance, there is a place that mom could go to that looks nice, smells nice, and the people are nice. So I don't know. I've been in some other places, like I said, especially, I used to have a therapy dog in Florida. His name was Jolly, and we would go into some of the clinics, and it just broke my heart sometimes to see the conditions or smell things that weren't exactly great. Touring that facility was really, it was truly just a ray of hope, a ray of sunshine, knowing that we have something like that here locally. So, now, if you are a retiree and you're in any kind of outdoor activities, holy cow, this place is for you. Oklahoma has over 200 lakes. Bass fishing here is a major thing. So if you're any kind of fisherman or have any kind of boating life that you want to do, the accessibility of the lakes here is truly incredible. Most of the lakes are man-made, which is why the accessibility to so many of them, because they are mostly leveed lakes. There's not a lot of natural lakes that actually exist in the state of Oklahoma. That was a weird fact for me to find out. Other things that you can do here, especially in southern Oklahoma, we have a ton of pickleball courts. Pickleball is a very big thing here. There's a lot of golf courses here. Just in the Ardmore area alone, you can go to three golf courses just in this county. If you want to go outside the county, it balloons even further than that. Murray County has one. There's a couple down in Love County, which if you're a gambler, the world's largest casino, WinStar, is located just a half hour from me where I'm at in Ardmore. So lots of different types of activities. I mean, the casino is not necessarily an outdoor activity, but I do know a lot of retirees that do enjoy going to the casino. If you're into walking, there's a ton of walking trails around the parks that we have here. There's parks all over Ardmore itself, and there's a regional park that actually has miles of trails. Some of them are paved, some of them are gravel, but just kind of touching again on the safety issue, I have ran those gravel trails by myself, and never once have I ever felt uncomfortable being back on those trails. One person that I've really helped a lot specifically are grandparents that have grandkids in Dallas-Fort Worth. So maybe you're a retiree, you have grandkids down in the Dallas metro area, and you don't want to live in that area. I don't blame you. It's huge, it's frantic. I run into gridlock practically every time I go down there. The home prices after COVID have been pushed up exponentially, and it's just been a wild time down there in that Dallas metro area. A lot of growth going on, a lot of growth continuing to go on. So a lot of people have been moving there. So like I said, I have been helping a lot of grandparents move into the area because we're only an hour and a half from the Dallas metro. If you want to just get to Denton, that's an hour and 15 minutes. So, and that's from Ardmore specifically again. So that's why I feel Oklahoma should be on your short list for retirement. It's a place where you may be able to put your retirement plan finally into action. Retirement doesn't have to be someday. Retirement can possibly be now, but you just need to consider states that may not necessarily be on everybody's short list. That's why I think Oklahoma should be on yours. So my retired parents moved to Oklahoma from Florida. That's right. They retired to Florida first and said they wanted to get out. For more on that story, be sure to check out that video. I've got a link for you up on the screen. It's really quite a story on why they finally decided to move the state of Florida. I mean, Florida's supposed to be the epitome of the retirement states. That's all I got for you today, though. Until the next time, you guys. Bye.